Hi, my name is Sarah. Today I would love to review this wig for you, which is called Heaven Mono Part by Wille in the color Pastel Blonde Rooted. If you'd like to know how long she is, how the color is composed on this particular piece, what special features she has, what I like and what I don't like, then stick around and let's get started. So doesn't this look like a dream come true? I feel like in heaven with curls like these. And you're probably wondering, do I love this style? Did I buy it? Well, I love most about it, but not everything. And as always, this is going to be a very honest review. And I will give you all the details, the good, the bad, and the ugly about this style. So what I can tell you is that I decided not to keep it and return it. So this is going to be an out-of-the-box review, meaning I'm not able to style this in any way or remove the zigzag part it still has if you want to return it. But I must say, for a style straight out of the box, I think this one looks fabulous, doesn't it? I mean, she has everything I love. Big bouncy curls, great volume, a gorgeous blonde, and great special features. But there are one or two things that I really don't like, and maybe you can call me picky, but if you have so many wigs as I have, there's a point you start getting picky about certain things that bother you, and you just know that there are other ways things can be done, and that even the same manufacturer can do better. And so I'm a little disappointed by this one, and I will show you why in a minute. But let's talk about this color first. It's called Pastel Blonde Rooted and has the color code 252326. It's really a gorgeous blonde. I love it, but I think it's not everyone's cup of tea. It's one of the lightest blondes there are from Wille, besides the champagne rooted or pastel rose rooted. But this one is definitely a very light, warm tone, which not all of you love. Since it has those yellow tones that not everyone likes, I really don't care. I usually wear a lot of ash and platinum blondes, but I also love these warmer light blondes that just look really blonde, in my opinion, and don't tend to look grayish or silvery, depending on the light, like many ash blondes. Now, what I don't like about this particular application is that the root is really very dark. Wille doesn't give us the color code of the root color. I could only guess, but it looks really dark, like an 8 or 10, but definitely a really dark brown. And I think the contrast is a little too harsh for my liking, and I prefer the blondes that have a lighter root. But other than that, I really love the color. Now let's have a look at the color codes. So the 25 is a medium golden blonde, which is one of the base colors, definitely. The 26 is also a darker golden blonde. And the 23 is a light ash blonde, or it's also called lightest pale blonde. And this is definitely the highlight color they used throughout the blend and around the hairline to light it up. And that's what I really love about it. Like I said, I think it's a gorgeous rooted blonde. Just the root could be a little lighter for my taste. But nevertheless, I really love it and also had it on other styles before. By the way, this wig has been sent to me by my friend Silke from Perückenglück.de, my favorite German online wig shop. And we just recently did a YouTube live where we showed different Wille styles. And this was one that she got for me, actually, because I was very interested in Heaven and wanted to try it on, show it to you, and was thinking about getting it for myself. So Silke, thank you ever so much for supplying this wig so I can show it. I'm really grateful and glad I get the chance. Now, like all newer Wille styles, this one also has an extended lace front, which I love, and a left side monofilament part. And when it comes to the lace front, this is really the part that I don't like most of all. Although I love extended lace fronts, and I'm so glad they are coming out with new styles that all have the extended lace front, which is so important in my opinion. But I've seen so many other styles by Wille that were done so much better. But let me show you from up close so you know what I'm talking about. So here's the lace front, and probably the first thing that strikes your eye is the same thing that I see and don't like at all. And these are all those really dark knots on the lace front. They are very symmetrical and just too big, too knotty for my taste. Other than that, the lace front is great. I think the density of the fibers is fabulous. This is just the way I want my lace fronts to be. You can't see through a whole lot, and it's all great. The lace material is also great. I mean, you can probably see it in the bright lights, but it's really undetectable in regular light. And as you can see, it's extended all the way down to here, which is great. I really love that. And so is that mono part. You can see there's still the zigzag part in there, but you definitely can see through to my scalp or the wig cap I'm wearing underneath. And this is gorgeous. I mean, everything is great except those knots. Now, I really wouldn't like to start plucking all those dark fibers out of the lace front. And I have no idea how it would turn out if I would damage the lace front. I mean, these are quite some fibers I would have to remove. And so this is just not worth it. I mean, of course, this is very up close and probably not a lot of people will see you from this close. And maybe I'm just a little too sensitive about it. I don't know. I mean, you know, even from this distance, you can see the knots, and this is just a no-go for me. But I can't tell you if this is the case on all the other colors. Maybe it's just on this color blend, and she looks fabulous on the other colors. I have no idea. So if you have her and have a different color and don't have that problem, please let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious. But like I said, I think the special features are fabulous, but those knots are just not for me. Now I will show you the length all around the screen as always, so I won't have to bore you with any numbers, and we can talk about permatease next. And there's really a lot to talk about since this style has permatease everywhere. I mean, there is really thick pillowy permatease in the neck, in the back, on the top, and on the sides. No matter where I touch, I can feel that really thick permatease. But of course, it's needed for a style to get that much volume. Of course, also the curls are creating volume, but it also has a lot of permatease. Now, if you love big hair and bouncy curls like me, you probably don't mind permatease at all. And if you hate permatease, you probably wouldn't get a style with that much volume anyway. So I think all is well on that front. Now let's talk about the fibers. And I can tell you, these fibers are really gorgeous. They are extremely soft to the touch. They are made of Wille's heat-defined fibers, and I'm not sure, but with the last several new styles that were coming out, it feels like they have changed their heat-defined fibers. And it's so soft, it's really comparable to the Beltress fibers, actually. It really feels that great. You all know, I think Beltress has the best heat-defined fibers on the market, and they have also just announced that they have improved their heat-defined fibers even more with their new collections that are just coming out. So I'm really curious about those new fibers. But I think also Wille has changed something about their heat-defined fibers, since they absolutely feel amazing. I can't tell you how long they will stay that way, since with a different style that I have and also a good friend of mine has, we both noticed that the fibers really deteriorated very fast from feeling just like this, gorgeously, to really bad. Uh, I mean, they got so clumpy in such a short time. We both wore the style less than 10 times, and it already felt like one big clump of hair. And I really hate that. But like I said, I have no idea how long they are going to stay like this. I know that the belt dress fibers really stay great a long time. I have another new belt dress style I'm wearing all the time now, which I love. And she's also about the same length as this one, and is rubbing on my clothes, etc. And she still feels really fabulous, like on the first day. Like I said, I don't know how long these are going to stay that way, but right out of the box, it just feels amazing. And of course, the advantages of the heat-defying fibers is that they don't shine as much as the regular synthetic. Plus, if they start getting frizzy at the ends, you can always use your heat tools to smoothen them out and make them feel like new again. And of course, you can also straighten it completely and put different curls or waves into the style if you don't like the curl pattern anymore. So I definitely prefer the heat-defying fibers. Okay, now let me show you this gorgeous curly beauty from all sides, and after that, of course, also outside in natural daylight. So, how do you like Heaven? Do you have her too, or are you considering getting her? Please let me know in the comments below. I would love to know. Now, when it comes to styling, of course, there's a lot you can do with a style with that length. I love the length. She's just perfect. She's not too short and not too long. And of course, you could do several updos, like complete updo, or just, just like this with a claw clip, or just on one side for an asymmetrical look, etc. Or just wear her open. You really have a lot of possibilities. Now, usually I would do a glasses test now, but since I never got a style that I couldn't wear glasses with, I don't think there's a need to do this. Sometimes they just glide on in no time. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get them on, but you can definitely wear them with every style I have reviewed so far. So let's go ahead and rather have a look at that gorgeous blonde outside in natural daylight and sunlight. How do you like the color? Isn't this a gorgeous blonde? Or is the root a little too dark for your taste as well? I can't make up my mind. I've had the color before, but I think the root was lighter on that application. But nevertheless, I think it's a gorgeous color. All right, now last but not least, let's have a look at the cap from the inside. So here's the cap from the inside. Here you can see that beautiful lace front that is extended all the way down into the ear tab, which I absolutely love. Then this seamlessly goes into that mono part, which isn't so wide, but quite deep, and really looks amazing. Then she has felt-covered ear tabs with the metal stays inside. The rest of the cap is open wefted. She has an extended nape and adjustable straps with Velcro, which I love. So all in all, this is a very well-made cap. Okay, that was my review of Heaven Mono Part. I hope you liked it and it's helpful. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel so you won't miss my future videos, and there's a new one coming out each Friday. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below and I will gladly reply. Now, thank you all so much for being here and watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you're well, stay that way, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye. Rooted. If you'd like to know how long she is, how the color is composed in this particular case, how the color is composed in this style, how the color is composed on this particular piece, I'm really grateful and glad. I'm really grateful and glad. And maybe I'm just sometimes you just have to. Now usually Now, if you love curly styles, you probably also would love this one, or maybe this one, or even both. Check them out. Bye-bye.